Ooh, right at the beginning. Hello, guys. I'll give it some time for everyone to come. Again, I forgot to alert people. But hello, everyone. We got some more sprints going. Let me get myself together. 1 second. Oh, well, I already see more people coming. I'll upload the thing during the first sprint. Because your girl is behind this morning. So this is what happened. And I knew this would happen at some point. I just didn't realize so early on in the process. But I set an alarm for 5 and 5:30. And then one at 6 because 6 is when I absolutely needed to get ready for work. Turns out I didn't set the alarm for work for this for this. It turns out I didn't set the alarm for 6. So I did the one for 5 and was like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to watch my little K-drama. It's gonna wake me up. We're gonna be good." Go on Netflix. It hasn't been uploaded yet. Cool. Night. Good night. No worries there. The one at 5:30 goes off. I was like, I don't even realize why I even need you. I'm feeling real rested. Let me just wait until 6. Let me get up at 6. Close my eyes. I got to that point where I was like, I feel like I've been sleeping for too long. Sure enough, it's at 6:13. I said, God dang it. So yeah, I had to rush and get ready a little bit today. Coffee is brewing as we speak. Well, not really. It's a chai latte and it sounds like it's done. But hello guys. Hold on, I need to make my screen bigger so I can actually read. Hello, Lucy. Ooh, I I haven't heard much about this series. I know it's a buddy read with the Citadel. It's the second one, right? I have heard good things about the first one, but I haven't heard much about the rest of the series. So I'm happy you're having fun with it. I love this for you, Diana. Hello, Simone. Yes. Happy journeys with working, everyone, whether you're at the beginning of your shift or towards the end. Y'all got this. Got off work at wow. Oh, I don't even want to think about what time that means you were at Oh no. Yay. I'm happy you got off early today. I'm scared to even hear what time that means you actually started work. But hello, Marvin. If we are reading, what are we reading? I do know some people are working, that's fine. I'm reading this close to okay. I haven't started it yet. Um, but I need to get started on my magical readathon TBR. Because I've just I've read books and I finished books, but I that none of them were on my TBR. Do you remember when I said I was a mood reader? This is what I mean. This is a freaking mess. Right? Elusive. Started at 10. But that means you're working during prime good night time. That is exactly what I'm wind down. Do not disturb is fully on. Don't even look my way. Okay, that's no problem. Do you have options? Do you want us to help you decide? You got this. Didn't really enjoy the first one, but I'm just laughing at it at the moment, so that's how I'm pulling through. It's an easy out on a book. Well, I like that. If you're not exactly vibing with it, the least it can do is be funny, right? So I'm happy about that for you, Lucy. Got off work 2 hours ago. Oh my goodness. Are you still in one of the US time zones, Marvin? Or are you somewhere else? Because that either means you are like Diana or I guess I know, right? It's been a while. Oh, for working? I was like, I want coffee so bad. I read that as it's like 7 p.m. or 3 a.m. your time, right? And I was like, how could it be both? How are those anywhere near each other to be close enough? Like what? You meant like his shift. Okay, cool. Yes. I mean, enjoy your time. Yeah. I love this for you. Enjoy your time. Relax. No pressures. I mean, clearly we all missed you, but no pressure. Right? I'm like thinking of anybody's time zone is just like, what? Is this at me being confused about the shit? Yeah. I was like, how could those possibly be anywhere near each other to be an estimate? Like, but if anyone knows about like late to early shifts, it's gonna be Diana. Meanwhile, my brain didn't even comprehend. It was like, goodbye. Central. Good to know. I was like, are you still over here? Or have things changed? Yeah, you and Diana have the late night to early morning shifts. Bless you. Yeah. I I've always wondered how that works for like your sleeping schedule. Like, is it easy to just switch over from like sl- sleeping in the day and staying up at night, or is it like hell for a good while of like, oh, I don't know what is going on? Because yeah, um, the closest I've ever done to this was like high school when I literally was up until like I it was weird. I would get home from whatever thing I had and then like sleep when I got home, and then my nap would be from like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. because I needed to get ready for school because I had a class before school. So, which is still in my alarm. I still have my alarm set to wake me up for the class that I had before school started. Like I when I was setting my alarm to for today, I saw it and was like, why didn't I delete that or like edit it to make sense for every day? My brain functions better at that time, so I did so much better. Oh, that's good to hear. My brain does not. Like, I like being up at late at night, or maybe my brain did that for like survival reasons when I had to be up late. And I mean, I guess I didn't have to, but yes, I did because there literally was not enough hours in the day for me to do everything I needed to do. But like, I would feel like I could, like, stay up for longer, and I felt like I could do things at night versus, like, during the day. I felt like my brain was, like, hyper active, and it was very frustrating, especially on the days where I did, like, get off early or got didn't have practice or something, and I could, like, get home a little bit early. I still would have to wait to do my homework because my brain just would not sit still. Like, I was like, "Ah." Poor thing. I'm so sorry. Because literally, exactly. Okay. Look, well, okay, yeah. So kind of what I was thinking. Kind of what I was thinking. Because like when you do have that shift, when do you see people that don't have that shift? Like when do you interact? You guys know better than I do, clearly. I wouldn't be able to do night shifts. I did a few years ago when I worked at a hotel, and man, I felt like I could never get anything done. Yeah, it's the way like my clock now, like my what is it called? My mental clock or whatever. There's like a specific word for it. It shuts down. Like I can literally feel it shutting down. And then I'll look at the clock and I'll be like, oh, this happens at the exact same time every day. So interesting that your body learns how to do that. Right? Like Waking up early in the morning, I'll be like, "Oh gosh," but I don't know, not late at night. That is my prime time to be like, "Leave me alone." We agreed this is sleep time. We agreed we do not be around people at this time. Body clock? Probably. I don't know. For some reason, my mind kept being like biological clock, and I was like, that is a whole nother thing. Like, not at all, Clea. So, also, what time do we want to sprint today? Do we want to do 30 or 45? Let me know. Um, I don't know. I've been doing 30 lately, and I actually feel like it's working. For me, like I feel like I'm actually reading more during that time, but I don't know, there's something so relaxing about 45 minutes for me. So let me know what you guys are thinking. 45 or 30? Has not forced into I'm so sorry. I was forced into night shifts after my deployment because other people were unable to work other shifts, but they were supposed to get me priority shifts preference and they didn't. Rude. Rude. Honestly, the disrespect. The audacity. No. The only thing is that on the weekends I'm sleeping day and awake at nights. I'm very used to. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like on times when you don't have to sleep at that time, I would feel like it's very hard to recover, like come back at that time. Honestly, I feel like I would just be asleep all the time if I'm being completely honest. But I mean, I do that now. I don't know if you guys can hear that airplane, but I'm gonna just need a break because it's loud. I love that for you. At least you have a time to catch up. So your like sleep schedule is like your sleep schedule is awake all week, good night at during the weekend. It's starting to make sense why we haven't seen you. Okay, that makes sense because again, I feel like I haven't seen you either, Diana. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you either. What's it like on UK Discord? By the time I wake up, I'm like, "Oh, I will not be catching up." On best case scenario, I'll catch them as I'm going to sleep, but by the time I wake up, I'll be like, "Girl, I'm not reading through all this. That's a book worth of messages at this time moment. I can't count that towards my reading goals." So I will, if it's important, it'll hit announcements. Love that. Love this. Love this energy. You got to prepare to party. Ow, I just hit my nail. Yes, I do miss this. Uh, I feel like during my time with the Citadel, I started going to bed a little bit earlier. So I do remember I used to hang in there for a few sprints with like Victoria and Hannah. And now I'm like, I never see you guys. Like literally your hours of being awake are my hours of sleeping. Those 8 to like 9 hours I am sleep. Oh, it just has to be. Well, exactly. Whatever I feel like is a lot catching up to like UK messages has to be double with us over here. It has to be double because I feel like we're also just more random. As people will be like, here's a link to a video I saw. Let's discuss for 5 hours. So yeah, at least you guys aren't missing anything important. That is like a guarantee. I guarantee you guys aren't missing anything you will need to catch up on later. And also, well, no, then I'm sleeping at night too. It takes me right out. I'm good night. I will just sit there and relax, like, oh, wind down time. Uh, yes, tacos. I can confirm for being on both sides. Yeah, I feel like nah, it'd be the same thing. Nah, yeah, I'm like, I feel like either way, I'm gonna be knocked out the following day. So same difference for me. Let's do. I'm gonna go with 30 this time, and which is unfortunate because we literally just missed the cutoff for what's it called? It to be like even. Like we just missed it being 15. At this point, it is what it is. Trust me, I built what I could build. Like it is where it's going to be. I genuinely think that because literally there's no way that anymore would be any different right at that tip. Like right at that, right at up there. There's no way. The tolerance is where it's gonna be. But okay, guys, on that note, I will see you guys in 30. Hello.
Oh,
I feel like my brain. No, that's not it. No. Like my brain was like cannot compute. Like I don't know which one of these things is the one you need. It's over. But how did that sprint go for everyone? Honestly, I got to what, page 9. It was not that productive for me because I realized in my haste to like get started and like waking up late and everything, like I was missing the small things. Like I was like, as I was setting up everything, I was like, make sure you have your book, make sure you have your lighting, make sure you have this. But I was like missing my tabs. I still don't have a blanket, even though I got up twice to get it. Like it was the small things I was missing. So I kept having to like get up and be like, oh crap, let me go get it now. So yeah, I got 9 pages.
I don't know how much I read because I need to figure out on which point in the audiobook I am so I can grab my physical copy of it. But I'm reading, by the way, Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard.
How are you liking it? Oh my goodness, and a good ways through.
Yeah. So far, it's okay. Like it's always the start of a new series, like a new fantasy series. It's still all needs to build up. The world is building, and you need to get to know the character. So so far I'm like vibing, but also like, can we get to the point? Thank you.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I'm reading This Close to Okay.
Ah.
It's about a therapist finds a man on a bridge about to like unalive himself, and they like spend a weekend together where she's trying to convince him not to do so. It started out like I don't know when I thought it was going to start out, but it started out like right in it. I was like, oh, hello.
Okay.
Very abrupt. Here we go. Let's see. Marvin, you started or continued. I don't know if you were already listening to this audiobook. Did this just come out this year? Because isn't it like a novella or something with like
Yes. I think it was
the
last
David
month.
Bud? Okay. Well, I know it's the author of the David Bud trilogy. Let me not say it's about the same world because I do not know. Yes, Zoe.
Hello.
I think sprints are the only way I can fully concentrate on work. I think sprints are the only way I can fully do anything. Like when I tell you guys I had to like do sprints last night by myself just to finish 100-page book, I was like, really, Clea? You're ridiculous. But I've been falling asleep on books lately. Like mid chapter, mid sentence, good night. So I'm like, I must really just be exhausted lately. Hey,
Hi.
hope the coffee is kicking in. Kind of. Kind of. I mean, we all saw the brain fart trying to figure out which one of these would have 2 people. So it's working its way through. Oh, I haven't seen anything. I literally have seen the title and saw the author. So who? Oh, also, I when I first looked it up, I did Spinning Silver, and I was like, I feel like this keeps showing up, and no, it's a whole nother book.
Wait, I need to look at this cover.
Oh, that is pretty.
Wait,
Hold on, can you guys hold
which
on?
one I'm
I'll
looking
pull it
at
up.
currently? US cover. US cover. Oh yeah, think that's US cover that I'm looking at, and it's really pretty.
It's like just a
Stars and river.
yes, stars. I was like, how I was gonna be like a sea of stars, and I was like, that's not where stars are. They're up there. So I was like a sky full of stars. But then once
Yeah.
I realized, like, heard the word sky, my brain said flowers. So no, Lucy, the coffee has not kicked in yet. It has not at all. If anything, my brain has shut down more. Continue came out last month with this, but it is Stories from David Bed. Okay. Again, I want to start this series so bad. But
It
it's
was
just
really
one of those
good.
ones that I like I want to love it so badly that I'm scared to start it. I'm like, Oh
No,
no.
yeah.
UK is still the best, but oh, I mean, I'm sure it is because the UK for the other ones are. But I mean, I also don't hate the um US
Um,
edition of the books.
I think the US editions are really pretty. And I have the UK ones, and I hate this kind of stuff paperback because it's so hard to open the book. Like I couldn't read in the book because even if I bent it, it was still too tight. And
No.
I watched in a video how someone held up the US edition. It was really floppy. I'm like, ah, I want that.
Why are UK editions so stiff? I like literally I don't have that many UK editions for books, but every time I get a paperback, I'm like, why do I have this? Like, why is it
Yeah,
so stiff? And I feel like they've all been short too, to where like genuinely, why is it so
yeah.
like
This
stiff?
yeah, I have mainly when I have English books, I have mainly UK editions because here in Germany they sell the UK
Yeah.
editions, but it's every time the same thing. Like, please, just I get it. You want to save, I don't know, paper or stuff like that, but I want to read this book without destroying it to read this. Thank you.
Right? I'm like, okay, well, shoot. At this point,
Yeah,
gotta break this mind because the last thing I'm gonna do is be reading like this.
yeah,
I always try to only get UK covers because of paperbacks or hardcovers. Paperbacks are not it. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I have like two paperbacks in well, yeah, has to be like two paperbacks in the UK edition. And they're both like fairly short books. So I'm like, genuinely, what is the point of it being so stiff? Like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
maybe if it was like a thick book, I could understand that a little bit more, even though there's nothing like a floppy, thick, like tall paperback. Love it.
yeah.
But for a short book, you would feel like those would be the most flexible. Like it's so small.
And the thing is also like publishers can or printers can do it like that. Like they can do a big book that is floppy. It don't has to be stiff. Like the Outlander books that I have, they're like huge and all floppy. Like these are the floppiest books that I have in my entire life. It's almost too floppy that the book is like
Right?
always
It's
like everywhere, but not straight. But yeah,
exactly.
I don't get it.
It's just so much more fun, fluffy. I'm going to have to research this one day. Like, why? What is the reason? I need to know because to me, I feel like floppy would be the easier route to go. Like, I feel like stiff means there's like more glue, thicker paper, or something. Like, I feel like something has to be
Yeah.
different. I'll have to check because one of the UK editions I have is the which one is it? Get a Life, Chloe Brown. The other two I have in the US editions because I bought Eve Brown and then Ashley bought me Danny Brown, but Lucy bought me Chloe Brown. And so they gave me the UK edition, which was super cool. I was like, wait, why is this one shorter? And then I looked at the publisher and was like, oh, cool. But yeah, that one's stiffer than the other two. So I'm like, okay, so they're slightly shorter and they're stiffer. I feel like there's something going on in here. Honestly, I want UK covers on an American floppy paperback. Yep,
Yeah.
I can co-sign on this. This is a great idea. See, it's just so much better. Also, hi G.
Hi.
It is literally so much better. Floppy.
Yeah.
Just oh wait. Lucy made me skip Lucy. Floppy is the digital printed and stiff wax are like press. Oh. Interesting. So once again, I feel like floppy might be more cost effective in that point. Like anything like press, I feel like would be more expensive to do than print. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I genuinely. Oh, and I talk too much. Let me get this together. It was this one. All right. I will see you guys in 30 again.
Happy reading.
Hello. How did that sprint go? Hold on. There we go.
Hello. I think I read 10 pages and then now I'm writing some reviews for NetGalley. So I can show them that I read the books. So hello.
That was very productive. I feel like I am reading very slow today. I made it to page 16. So what is that, like 5 pages? Like I got distracted because I forgot that my nephew had to go and get surgery today. So I was catching up on the chat and being like, "Are you okay?" And he's
No.
he's 4. So I was like, is he okay? And he is. He had to get like oral surgery.
Oh,
Because
good to hear that
yeah.
he's fine.
Yeah, he's a little champ, but right now he's like medicated and he has like a popsicle because he had to get like some teeth taken out, and he was at the popsicle and was like hitting his cheek because he's like numb and medicated. So look, I was like, oh, poor thing, you're doing great, Parker. But yeah. Hold on, the floppy decision like continued. Yes, floppy books are absolutely the best. Also, okay, also, yay, I was right. But okay. Still, I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I'm still like, go the easier route. I like I like traditional, but like I also like floppy books. So hello,
Hello.
Kelsey. Hello,
Hi.
Kara. Oh my god, literally everyone. So many people joined. Hello at
Hello.
work. I hope you're having a productive day. It's Tuesday, right? Okay, still have much to go in the
I
week.
think
Still have so much more to go. Cool. I hope you are being productive. I don't know where you are in your workday, whether it's the beginning, the end, or the middle, but I hope it goes by quickly at the very least. That's always what I want with my work days. Like yesterday, even though it was like one of my shorter days, I was like, this is a long day for it to be shortened. Like, I don't know how that happened. Ate breakfast, preparing for interview. Good luck,
good
Kira.
luck.
You got this.
You can do it.
Yeah, he was okay. He was nervous at first, and they apparently have like, well, duh, they have children specialists, but a child specialist came and like calmed him down. And he got really excited after that, and now he's completely fine. My sister actually had a joke. Like, apparently, there's like she sent us a picture of his coat and was like, she asked him like, Parker, what is this in your coat? And he was like, barbecue from when I had chicken nuggies. And we were like, how long ago was this? He's just been sitting on barbecue and he knows what it is. Like, Parker, how long have you known you had this in your coat? 4-year-old boys, man.
Oh no.
I have a 4-year-old nephew and a 2-year-old niece. I also have like a 11. He's 11 now. I have an 11-year-old nephew. He's fine. He's like he got his life together. He's had his life together since he was like 2. Like
Oh.
he's just super smart. He has life together. He's more put together than I am. But this 4-year-old and this 2-year-old, just chaos. Just walking chaos. Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
I love this for you. What time is it? I would, on a normal day, well, a normal one of these days, if I wasn't sprinting, I would probably just be getting ready. Like, this is one of my like, it's a normal work day, but I start a little bit later than, well, and I work from home, so I can like take my time getting up. So yeah, I would just be getting up to like get ready. You got this, Kara. Oh my no! I'm sick with a sinus infection. So yes.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! I am so sorry. My
I hope you feel better soon.
infections are the worst. My niece also has an ear infection, or she had one. Absolute worst. I
Yeah.
had one ear infection as a child, and I still remember it. So Oh my goodness. I hope you feel better soon. Exactly. He was like, "For later. I'll have chicken nuggets again." Like, it'll go to use. No, he has his life together. Yes, literally. Like, he was talking complete sentences by 2, and we were like, "Okay." So when my second nephew came around and he wasn't speaking, I was like, "Is he okay?" Like, I was so used to, like, Caden, who had been, like, talking like, we have a video from when he turned 2. For some reason, his grandma was making him cakes nonstop. Like, he literally thought every day was his birthday. So there's literally a video of him with the cake, and he was like, "Where are my candles?" And I'm like, "How did a 2-year-old do that sentence? Like, how is that possible?" Now, after having these other 2 come around, I was like, "How? Like, why was he talking like this?" So yeah, he's like a genius. I ask him all the time, like, "How does it feel to be a genius?" And he'll just like look at me and be like, "I don't know." I was like, "Do you know you're a genius?" He was like, "Uh." I'll buy him like Lego sets and he'll finish them in less than a day. Like complex adult Lego sets. I got him the like Marvel the glove, the Infinity Gauntlet. He finished that in like 8 hours. I was like, "No, this is for adults, sir." I literally got you something I thought was gonna take you like a weekend, and you did it in a matter of hours. I'm
What?
offended.
I got 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I got also a Lego set. It took me so long to figure out how to put the things together.
Right? That's not easy. Like,
It was
give
not big.
me
It was
regular
not
basic
big.
Legos. I'll do what I want to do with it. But like the guides, that's not easy. Like full adults take weeks, weekends, a good substantial amount of time. My nephew took hours. It was like he did it late at night, went to sleep, woke back up, and was done by the time I woke up. I said goodbye. I'm like, I guess it's my money's worth, but also, sir, I was like, I'm gonna get you one of these big sets. Gonna take it's gonna be a chunk of money. It's gonna take some time. No, no, not at all. I said, okay, goodbye. It's 8:30. I don't work till afternoon, so it's cross stitching reading time. Love this for you. Definitely not wind down, but like stay calm before work. I agree with this. I've never had sinuses before. The second child isn't exactly like Parker came. He just had so much energy. And we were like, oh, Caden's also a lot like more shy, which I can relate to, versus like Parker. He'll walk up to a stranger and be like, "Hi, I'm Parker Lee." Like, sir, if you don't come over here, like, why are you just talking to people? Meanwhile,
Oh
Caden
no.
can know you for years and still not talk to you if he doesn't want to. So like night and day. And then Carter is my brother's daughter, and she's something on her own. So he was talking on the phone with a coworker, and she was like, "Hi, how are you?" And his coworker was like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Or no, my niece was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And my brother's coworker was like, "Oh, just working. What you doing?" And my niece said, "Minding my business." And I was like, "Ma'am." Ma'am. My mother said, "Who raised you?"
I love kids sometimes. I they're so funny.
I said, "Oh my God, Carteret." And also, you're not minding your business because you just asked somebody what they're doing. So, no, you're not. Right? I want to be Kaden so bad. Right? Just like, honestly, if I asked him what he wanted to be, he probably wouldn't. He'd be like anything but dealing with other people. I keep asking, like, I think the last time I asked him, he said like a police officer, but I keep trying to be like, you sure you don't want to be an engineer? Like, your mind is already there. Like, you're gonna build something great one day, please. That's how the child is at the homeschool at that I homeschool. She's to at the first grade level. Wow. These kids are super smart. I'm pausing that one because I want to keep talking. And then you guys got smaller, but okay. I have no spatial awareness, so Legos are a no for me. Legos are a no for me because they're Legos, and it's like my mind does not expand that far. Like I'm far more like, yeah, Legos take a bit more engineering brain, and I'm more creative, see and color brains. Like it doesn't compute. No, that's my claim to fame. Exactly. Yeah, Carter's a mess. Carter, she's a walking mess. I literally have a whole folder of like pictures of her that are like Carter memes because she's just so expressive that I'm like, I could literally respond with just her face and get my point across beautifully. Like yesterday on my story, I was like, it's been a long day, but also a short day. Let me just hit a Carter meme real quick in case anybody wants to talk. Like, I'm so tired all day. I'm like, no. Gotta love her. Gotta love her. But okay, we can go and read for 30 minutes. See you guys in 30 minutes. All right, how did that sprint go?
I think I read 20 pages,
Oh man.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I made it to 28, so that's like 12 pages now. So I'm moving faster than 5. I'm bumping up there now. This book is actually really good. It's not what I expected in the best way. I got really scared at first, like reading the synopsis based on like the premise of the book, and was like, okay, kind of scared. Have been putting it off because it's like, oh, am I ever in the mindset for that? But so far, the person that was having, or who is like in crisis, is actually quite funny. So like the way he responds to her is very like to the point, and like there was one scene where she was like, you're talking about you're okay, but we literally just left the bridge. He was, and he like also bought a coat that morning. She was like, you bought a coat the day you were gonna go on the bridge. She was like, I bought the coat, the bridge was a bridge, and now we're here at a coffee shop. What is the problem? And I was like, I mean, a few things like that. Like he was right. Like things are separate.
I mean, you can also be cold and want to go off a bridge. I mean, why freezing?
Exactly.
Why doing this?
Exactly. Yeah, they're very different people, and it's very interesting to read. And yeah, I was like, this man is hilarious. He also said something about her to her that had me like, sir. And like there are just times where I'm like, which one of them is in crisis exactly? Which I was literally in the synopsis, like that's the point of this whole thing. But it had me like, I mean, out of the two of you, he kind of does seem like he's the one that has it together. Hello, welcome. Trying to finish Even Dreams of Hold a Knife. Victoria loves that book. I've heard great things from her. Also, the author just seems super nice based on how she's responded to Victoria. So, love this. Honestly, I want to read it after the author was just like super kind. I love it when people like are very considerate and kind.
Yeah.
I don't care how many pages I read, but I'm almost done with the book for my secret blog. Yay! I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. I'm also filming a vlog right now. I try to swap my screen time with reading time. I'm so bad at this.
I've been waiting to do that one, and I'm like, I don't know when would be a convenient time to do this.
Yes, last week I tried to swap it with my screen time last week, and last week I had 6 hours. I was 6 hours arbitrating on my phone. Yesterday, the first day of I fucking my screen time with reading time, I was 10 hours on my phone. 10. I would say it's not going well.
Like literally that's always me. I'm like, oh, I want to do this video so bad, and then I'll be like, I don't have time to not have my phone. So I'm like, that defeats the purpose. Also, bye, G.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. But yeah, literally, I cannot get myself to even think about doing this. Because I'm like, I want to do it, and I'll be like, okay, but this week in work, this weekend, something's going on with my family. Like, I need my phone. So one of these days, I'm going to do this vlog, and it'll be great. Honestly, I guess everyone's like, I feel like I'm not on my phone that much, but probably it's on a bunch. So I'm like, I'm honestly scared. I get the report every week, and it doesn't seem that big to me. It's like 6 hours averaging.
Yeah.
But oh, and it makes me feel so good when it's like decreased. I'm like, yeah, I did that this week.
I'm also glad that I do last week, because the week before that, my average rating was, I think, screen time was, I think, 9 hours or 10 hours. I think at this point I should throw my phone out of the window. I'm like, I come back a week.
Right? Hide it from yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just
It's so
It's the only-
bad. Okay.
it's the only way to work. Just hide it. Oh wait, I hadn't read that yet, but I'm excited for your everyone that's cross stitching. I'm like, I want to. And listening to The Secret Lives of Church Ladies again sounds like an interesting book. What is this one about, Nat? I love Nat comes with all the like interesting reads that you don't hear about, and I'm like, I need to know. Making progress, but one of my questions for myself: why am I still awake? That part. Diana left forever ago to go to sleep. Marvin, go to sleep. Oh my goodness. This is exactly why you said no sleep schedule, because what the heck? But I need advice. I didn't know it's the third book in a mystery series. Should I not read it because maybe I would feel differently if I spent time with the main character? I mean, is this supposed to be like a standalone mystery series? Because in that case, do what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, is it a series where you need to read the first two? I mean, sometimes in series, you have like for each book one solved mystery, and then next book it's a different one. Like,
Yeah.
I would just say, just rate it,
Right?
but do what you want.
Yeah. As long as the book was like self-contained within itself, I feel like rating it is fine. Like if it was
Yeah.
like I'm midway through a mystery that started 2 books ago, then
Yeah.
yeah, maybe don't rate that.
Yeah.
Kind of not fair. But if it was like self-contained within itself, then I feel like, and that's kind of like the point of like authors sometimes, like you don't want to like nurse your reader through a story if it's like a continuation of the series, but also sometimes like if you're doing standalones, you have to provide them with some type of context. So finding that balance is difficult, I'm sure, but also important. And like that's what editing teams are for, to talk this out with. So
Yeah. Bye.
yes, bye. Gee.
Bye.
Not Kira. both of y'all like, I don't know if Kira missed Marvin because Kira was here, but Marvin definitely missed Kira's entrance.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. But okay, yeah. I'm here still because I missed y'all and I missed reading. I missed you. And but also I value your sleeping, and I want you to get, I would say, a good night's rest. It's daytime. A good day's rest. I need you to sleep. Sleep is very important.
Yeah.
It's been a bunch of short stories about Black Inhus are trying to figure out their lives, relationships, and family. Ooh, their relationships in church. That's all loosely related. Interesting. What was it again? Hold on. I see Kelsey's comment. Secret Lives of Church Ladies. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Like, why is he? I mean, he's sleep deprived. That's usually he like literally. I think he's just sleep deprived and missed your interest. Entrance, not interest. The book has nothing on the cover or anything to indicate it's a third. Only learned about it because of Goodreads. Well, then, yeah, what the heck? That's not fair. Black women. Okay, so yeah. I feel like if I were to read this book, I'd be like, oh, I know a few aunties like this. Like, yeah. Especially, it probably would just remind me a lot of my childhood because I feel like we were in the church all the time when I was a kid. Okay, I was like, where did I leave off? I know. Autocorrect is cruel to me too. Oh, I would say, except for the fact that my autocorrect has finally just like actually started autocorrecting like to cuss words. Like it's like, nope, she means it. Like
Same. My phone always autocorrect like curse words. I'm like, I want to say that.
no, mine
Like,
started to correct it, like be like, oh no, she meant this cuss word. So I'm just gonna correct for her. Like when I was like, I think in the Discord I meant to say shut up and it was like shit up. Like I was like, nope, it's a cuss. She meant that.
my autocorrection is always did me dirty because like shit in German like is an actual like any this is an actual word, the translation of it. And it always translated to the word to the woman's part of the body. Because there's one letter different. And I'm like, no.
Context, context.
Context. I just want a different entrance. Thank you.
I am dead. Also, I thought I stopped this, but clearly I did it. I'll see you guys in 28 minutes. All right, how did that sprint go? I feel like I don't know if you guys can hear the timer, but I feel like it just got louder on my end for some reason. So there's that. I think I've plateaued at 12 pages each time now. But my eyes were getting tired during that sprint. That's why I like turned around from the light because I knew that was making my eyes tired. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
no.
I wait. I read 30 pages
Nice.
and I feel finally awake. It's almost time for me to go to bed again. So it's not good that I feel awake now, but okay.
Literally me always. I'll be like exhausted all day, and then the second I get like ready to wind down for the day, I'm like, but I can stay up for a good 5 hours. I can do more of this. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Hello, Alexis.
Hello.
Exactly. Same energy. Also same energy. Oh my god. Not trying to get rid of you, just scared for your health because like with your shift and now it's been wow, I feel like I expected it to be more. Maybe it's because we've done 30-minute shifts or what? 30-minute sprints instead of 45. So I'm like thinking we're so much further in, but it's not quite even 3 hours yet. I'm feeling quite productive. You got that last bit of energy before bed, Marvin. Like literally me all the time. Especially like reading's supposed to calm you down before bed. Nope. If it's a good book, like never. It just motivates me to stay up longer. I'll be like, I've stayed up until 3 before and woken up by 7, so it's fine. And then I'll be like, and then I'll wake up the next day and be like, okay, but that was also years ago and you've adjusted to actually sleeping. So no, that is not fine. You're not okay today. I'll be like, where's my energy drink? Where is my coffee?
Oh, I tried to make iced coffee today, and I'm so bad at it. Like, put the ice in it, the coffee, and then my ice immediately melt, and I just was left with like watery, semi-hot coffee. It was disgusting. I don't know.
I got one of those. Okay, it's so funny because last week, this random day, my mom got this like, what is it called? Paper towel holder that like connects to our cabinet. So it's just like hanging. So now the paper towels aren't taking up like space on the counters, which we don't have a lot of counter space. So I was like, oh, cool. But I also bought us a Brita because I was like, we've been needing a Brita and I need to like have like water that's not from a bottle. Like bottled water makes me feel bad because we'll go through like cases so quickly and I'll be like, this is so wasteful. And then I also got one of those like I forgot what they're called, but it's basically like to make iced coffee. It's like a hyper or a hydro something. I can't remember. But I got it because Olivia Reed the Latte has one. And she'll make her iced coffee with it. So I finally got it and I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced. Like iced coffee all the time now, especially since we're moving into like spring and summer. I'm like, I need iced coffee.
Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to have an iced coffee today because it's not warm outside. It's like freezing cold. I don't
Right.
know why the weather in Germany decided like let's have snow again.
Right.
I don't know. But I was like, I want iced coffee. And
Right. I
it's
feel like iced
it's
coffee
great.
hits me stronger though. Like I feel like I'll like get alerted a lot faster with iced
Yeah.
coffee than with warmer coffee. It might just be a placebo, but it works for me. I'll be like, "Iced coffee, got
Yeah.
all the energy in the world. Let's go."
And it also hits different than like you just can't leave your coffee outside and it gets cold. You have to the ice needs to be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read some more. I can't wait to be finished. Oh no. You got this. And again, very excited for this vlog to come out when it comes out. Is it red so I can't stop now? Yep, exactly. I can't wait to get to the series. 40 pages left of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. You got this. Are we enjoying it? How are we feeling about the book? I feel like I'm always like, how are we liking it? But the answer could literally always be, I'm not liking it at all. So I'm trying to like adjust the way I ask that question. How are we feeling about the book? It's like when I was little, my mom, like, you know how kids will draw pictures and you're like, what the hell is this? My mom didn't want us to feel bad as kids by not knowing what our drawings were. So she'd be like, tell me about your picture. So then we would have to explain it to her. And I was like, that's, you know what, mom, you're very smart. And that's exactly what I'll do with my children one day when I'm like, what is this? I'll be like, tell me about your picture. I would love to know.
Yeah, it's always interesting what they actually draw.
I always like I'm like, okay, I swear I see a face, but where's like what is I feel like that's always kids go to, like something with the face. I'll be like, okay, so what is it though?
Yeah.
And it's so funny, like as an adult, like hearing my mom ask like my nephew, like, tell me about your picture. I'll be like, he knows, he's caught on. And it's like, no, clearly, because you weren't catching on when you were a kid. I'm super into it. Characters and setting are super fun, but also kind of annoyed at the moment. So I don't actually know if I'm liking it or not. This is me all the time. Like I'm like, am I enjoying it? Am I confused? Am I okay with my confusion? Let's find out by the end.
Yeah. I I have this the last couple of months, I have this so often that I'm l- annoyed with everything. Like there's a minor thing in this book, and I'm like, I'm annoyed. Why?
Like goodbye, it's over, no more.
Yeah. I finished It Happened One Summer, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. And like the guy in the story was like, I'm such a man. And I was like, annoyed.
Thank you, literally.
Like, ah,
I feel like me and Ash are like the only people that were not vibing with that book because I could not get with the freaking love interest. I was
yeah.
like,
Okay. My
goodbye.
thing is with It Happened One Summer is like, I don't like either of the main characters. I didn't like the girl and I didn't like the guy. But it was not that bad. Like he had some progress in like the way he is, but the right at the beginning is like I would like she wants to be frenemies with him. And I was like, girl, if I met this guy on the street and he is like that, to me, in the first seconds I met him, I would destroy his life. Like I
Like,
would like I would the 3 months I would spend at this place, I would make sure that this man goes to hell with me. Because
right? Like we're no.
like no. And also she like I hate rich people drama. Like
Oh, I love it. But I think
yeah.
Becca from okay, what is her name? But Bookopoly Becca. Bookopoly Becca. I think she had a very good point of like the issue with like the main female character is that she doesn't feel real. Like she feels like a caricature, which is what my whole issue was with it. But I thought it was because I liked I watched the show that the book is supposed to like the character is based on somebody from Schitt's Creek, and I really like Schitt's Creek, so I had that character in mind because that's what she told me to prepare for, and I was like, oh, but that's not how I interpreted that character. So now I'm just gonna think of her as like a whole nother character in and of herself, like it's whatever, but she just
Yeah.
never felt
Yeah,
like she
I
felt like a
I
character. Like I was like, oh no, I don't like this.
like I didn't read I didn't watch the show,
Yeah.
and I read the book. Okay, I listened to this, and every time like she do something, I'm like, how are you even alive?
Right? Like it was just like it was very hyperbole in her like
Yeah.
rich,
And
not
also
even snobby, but like
the
rich, not all here together, not serious
yeah.
party girlness. I was like,
And the thing is, like, her sister was not like that. So it's a her problem. Like it's a Piper problem.
literally,
It's not if at least like the other one, I don't know how she called, it's also like that, but like her
right?
sister that is younger as her tries to explain the stuff to her, like, oh, you need to do this and this, and like how? But it was okay. I think I give it in the end 3 stars, but
I gave it
um
2. I was like, honestly, I hate was it Brandon? What was the love interest name? But
yeah.
I hate him enough. It's a 2. Like, and the dirty scenes again. Becca is the first person I've actually heard like vocalize what my issue was with him. Like, she was like, some of the like smut scenes were okay, some of them were cringy. I was like, literally,
Yeah,
they were all cringy.
they were
I
all
hated
cringy.
them
Maybe
all.
you know what? Maybe I should change my rating.
Like literally, I was like, "Ah, when is it over?" And I've never felt that way before.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Okay.
"When is
Same.
it over?"
The amount of times I listened to this and I was like, oh no, no. And also, I don't know, mm, the hospital scene.
Thank you. I was like, "It's a hospital."
And I swear to you, I was at work when I listened to this, and I work in a hospital for the people who don't know this, but there was a hospital scene, and I worked in a hospital, and I listened to this in the hospital and was like, no, not in a hospital.
That's what I was like, "Oh, that's unsanitary." I literally was like, "Oh my god, all the cleaning that needs to happen after this."
Uh,
I was like, Clea."
I was
And
like,
I was mad at myself
no.
for thinking realistically. I was like, "This is not real life." I was like, "Get it together. This isn't real. Stop."
I was like, not
Meanwhile,
in a
I was like,
hospital.
"Oh, all the disinfectant. Somebody called the janitor. We need to start
Yeah.
all over."
Like, of course, the hospital gets like cleaned. Like the people work there who clean the place.
Yeah.
But even after they wipe the floor, I will not eat from the floor in a hospital.
Literally, it's a hospital. There is a reason there is sanitizer like every 2 inches from each other. Like
Yeah,
it's a
the amount of
hospital.
the amount of times I let something fall in the hospital, and I pick it up and throw it away. People are like, no, don't throw it away. You can definitely use this. I'm like, no, no, no. You don't want me to use the stuff that I fell on the floor on your body. Like, trust me.
Seriously. It's a hospital. Like some people are like literally in their worst states. It's a hospital. Like that's literally me reading the scene. I was like, it's a hospital. It's a
Yeah,
hospital.
it was.
And I was just so mad at myself for not being able to be like, this is fiction. This is not like I was like all real. I was like, oh no.
Okay, wait. I think I changed my rating. Because the more I think about a book, I'm just annoyed.
So I thought I was being kind with my 2 stars, my little 2 stars.
Yeah,
Halfway through the
but the
series.
more that I think about this, like, okay, my main problem was really like Brandon. Brandon. It's already Brandon is already a name. Like, dude, no.
Also, the timer's gonna go off in a little bit, but I
Oh,
mean, shout out for you. Simone.
okay. But Simone, I I also enjoyed the smart scenes, but not that hospital scene. But the rest of it was okay. It was
No,
not.
'cause I
It
even
was not.
hated the one they had, like, after dinner. I was like, like, I don't that one was fine as a sex scene, but then I was like, "I hate his dirty talk."
But
Like,
but
can you
also, like, compared to the rest of the book, the smart scenes were the best of it. But also, like, when they talk to each other during the smart scenes, I was like, "Can you please stop talking?"
that part, I was like, "Why
Ah!
are we talking?" And literally, I was like, "Okay, this might just be, like, me projecting my real life
Yeah,
onto people, but, like, literally just shut the hell up for a
yeah.
second.
That
Let
they
me
talk. They keep
let me
talking and
focus
talking.
for a freaking second." Like, my
Yeah,
god, why
yeah.
do you
The-
are we having a conversation? A conversation was supposed to happen beforehand. Like, why?
yeah. Also, they talk doing like the stuff, and I'm like, they they still have they still doing it. Like, I
Full-blown
thought they have a
deception.
normal
I was like,
conversation. Like, stop talking, please.
just give me 1 second, like full-blown sentences. I was like, can you just breathe? Breathe. Take a break.
Oh, hello,
Hello,
hello.
Joey.
Oh,
Okay. Honestly, so happy that someone else saw it too. Cause I was like, clearly me and Ash are just some bitter Betties walking around not being able to stand this stupid book.
yeah.
But now that
I
more people
just
are finally like, it was okay. I'm like, I can
This
adjust.
is so good rated. Like,
Exactly. Everyone's like, it's my favorite ever. Brandon, oh my God. I'm like, what about him? What about him? Oh my God, what?
no,
Oh my God, he's
no,
so
Brandner.
annoying.
This dude, like, the second he said, "Yeah, no, no woman can be on my ship," I'm like, I hope your ship sinks with you on it.
That part.
Yeah.
Again, another time where I was like, okay, here goes my life getting into the book. But like I do equity trainings with like employers in the maritime industry because I live in Washington State. So I work with employers in the maritime industry and I've had like women talk about how men were like that to them on the ship and it like really made them feel excluded. And I was just like, ew. So you want me to think about one of those men as Brandon? Like, dang it. I was like, no, 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 no. I don't think I paid that much attention to where this Smut scenes, but when you explain it like that, I understand why you're saying. I just didn't believe a lot of romance books like these. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
A lot of romance do this, and I hate it in every single book when they keep talking. Like, stop talking. I don't want to hear your dirty talk. I don't want to hear this.
it is so funny because I feel like I haven't read a like romance book that had the, like I was like full sentences. I've heard like the like quick things of like, do you like it or whatever, like those quick ones, that,
Yeah,
but not
that's
full
okay.
sentences of like, this is mine. How do you like that? This I was like, can you shut the hell up for 5 seconds? Focus on your stroke, sir. Like, can we stop?
Oh,
On that note, see you guys in 30 minutes.
happy reading.
right. How did that sprint go? And that was the final sprint.
I think I read only 10 pages and I prepared dinner. So
Love that. I have gotten past the point of being able to do math now because now I have officially forgotten where I left off. I'm on page 56.
um,
I got through part 1. This book is really interesting. We've taken some turns. It's not what I thought it would be, but I'm definitely enjoying my time.
this is good.
Yeah. Marvin, I see we made progress with the audiobook. I go to sleep. And yes, Kelsey, I think you just left. But bye-bye.
Bye.
Also, yeah, everyone said bye to Kelsey. But yeah, that was the last sprint. I'll give you guys time to tell me how you guys have been doing and everything with that sprint. But yeah, that was definitely the last one. I want to give myself actually finished a bit earlier than I anticipated, but I want to give myself some time to prepare for work before I have to interact with people and like go to meetings because virtual meetings are even worse than the ones in person. So, oh, I have 23% left and ordered some food before sleep. Yay! Great progress. Finished getting ready for my interview. My hair is not cooperating today though. Literally me every day, like every day.
Same. My hair is always a mess.
Literally, I'm definitely at that point where I'm like, okay, and it's time to do something new. I need to find someone who can like cut natural hair because I haven't had that done since I went natural. So I'm like, find someone to do that or like dye it and like I want someone else to do my hair for me because usually it's me. Like I've been cutting it since I've gone natural and I've been dyeing it, but I want someone else to do it now. Hour left in the audiobook. You have 28 left now, so maybe you'll get to finish it today, in which case, love that for you. Didn't read, literally am ready for a nap. And I hope you get a nap at some point. Or finish work and get to go to sleep. Like either one, I would love that for you. Dropped off packages at the post office. Okay, like a whole nother level of productive. Love that for you. Also, I'm moving soon. Finally confirmed I'll be moving soon. And the new place is so close to the post office. I'm like, at this point, I really should just open up a Pango Books because now there's no excuse. Like literally, that was my excuse.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I don't feel like going to the post office at all. It is, it's right there. Like I could literally walk to the post office. I'm like,
I wanted to download Pango Books, but it's not available here in Germany. I was so sad. I was like, no.
I literally have like bins of books because first of all, I don't feel like heading to Half Price Books because Barnes and Noble currently is like walking distance for me. Half Price Books, I need to hop in the car, go through the freeway. I just hate it. Like, no, it's so inconvenient. And then plus I always feel so awkward carrying like boxes full of books in there because I'm like, I know this is annoying to you, and also you're gonna give me like $10. So now I'm mad. Like I hate it. So I'm like, I want a better way to get rid of these books. And I feel like Pango Books would be a good option. Just rate a shit ton of Dredging for the Man. Definitely relatable. I just nap during sprints. Oops. Literally me during all the sprints all the time. If I wasn't hosting these, I would have taken a nap during one of the sprints. That one where I had to turn around because of the light. I was like, my eyes are closing. This is my problem. So I was like, let me just turn around because maybe it's the light. And sure enough, it was the light. So
yeah.
You got this, Kira. It's gonna be a great interview, all the good energy. I wish everybody had more access to the different things because like also Book of the Month, I know like it's only in the US and I'm like, why at this point I want everyone to like have it.
Yeah. Every time I hear some booktuber doing the ad for it, like, we are so fast growing. I'm like,
Are you
okay, why you don't ship to different countries then? If you're so fast growing.
right? And literally, when I think it was like my first box, or maybe one of the other boxes that I've gotten from them, where they were like, "We've been going." It's like the longest one. It's been going since like a long time. I think it was like the 50s or something. And I was like, first of all, how? How the hell? Like, explain to me how that's possible, but then also explain to me how that's possible and you're not international yet. Like, so many questions I have. Like, how?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to know how much the shipping costs are. Because
Right? They're already shipping to like that's my thing. Like, they're already shipping to like like content creators. So they're paying for that shipping
yeah,
because they're giving it to them free. So I'm like, you could have a customer pay for the shipping. I feel like the business model just isn't quite there yet.
yeah, and also the thing is, like, why you ship to like creators who are not in the US. I mean, I get it. Maybe they have some more like
Yeah,
US people in the subscriptions, but the world is so big. Like, there are different countries than just US.
definitely. Like, yeah, that's always my thing because it's like, for the content creators, they like that has to be all book of the month paying for all of it, like shipping and everything. And shipping's expensive as hell. As somebody with an Illumicrated subscription, shipping's expensive. It is the exact same like the box and then shipping the box, exact same price. Like, why? So I know that has to be a pretty
Yeah.
penny. Just expand. Like, you have to have the money. I literally see book of the month everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like the size of the US is the reason why businesses can justify. Oh my, sorry, I thought my thing had broken. Justifying focusing on market shipping costs is much cheaper in the US. Yeah, I agree. But still, I'm like, if you're going to already ship it to people that aren't in the state and you're swallowing that cost, I feel like maybe you can also invest in being able to ship it elsewhere.
Yeah.
You can even stick within like let's stick within like the Americas at first. Just broaden it a little bit. That's just like a little bit, and then we
Yeah.
can talk about crossing the street in the sea.
I
Test
mean, I get it.
across the Americas, and then expand further. But like, show me you're expanding. Is the point. They should just get a warehouse in different continents. I agree. That
Yeah.
helps with a lot of different places. I definitely agree. Exactly. Shipping is only affordable if they use warehouses in that country. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like they could afford that is the thing. Like, I feel like they would be able to afford a warehouse. Like, again, at least in another area of the Americas. Like, if you want to go for like, even if you just want to start off with Canada, let's start off with Canada. But like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm also sometimes I'm just interested in how, if for the creators I watched the video doing the ad, how many people actually follow them that are from the US. Like, if I when I look at my stats, like only 2% of all my followers are from the US. The rest are from different countries. So they will
yeah.
not get much profit from me. I mean, of course, they will not ask me to advertise Book of the Month, but they will not get much from it if they
Right.
want to.
I think mine's a good like 50-50 right now. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, was not expecting that at all. Like, I just would assume that like other people in like it'd be mostly people in the US because that's where I'm at. It was a solid 50-50. Especially with warehouses in Europe, border control is pretty much non-existent, and a lot of the countries aren't that big. So a lot of shipping country deliver in multiple countries. Interesting. I did not know this about Europe. It was fun getting to read with y'all. It was fun getting to read with you, Marvin. But I'm going to finish the audiobook as I wait for food and eat. Yes, bye, Marvin.
Bye.
Also, go to sleep soon. Eat and go to sleep. Can you guys hear that? Like bird outside my window? Either they're fighting or he's like calling a mate to come to him, but he's very loud.
Oh no. I didn't
I
hear
wonder
it.
if it's the blue
I can
jay.
hear it.
Why are they so aggressive? This
Yeah,
happens
okay.
all the time. Like I'll be updating a vlog and then I'll just hear that and I'll be like, just shut up.
Yeah. In my vlogs, it's always like the siren of fire truck or
Yeah.
medical stuff, like of police. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep. I feel like I'm actually not that far from a fire station. So I feel like I should hear it more often than I do, but I never hear them except when they're coming to my building because for some reason we have like fire alarms going off all the time. Another reason why I'm so happy to move out of here. Like I'm so happy to just get out. But literally we would have like it'd be 5 in the morning or something and a fire alarm goes off and we all have to evacuate. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, so yeah. Shipping in Canada stuff is expensive, so I can't imagine saving difference for us. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's start off
this
Europe then. If it's gonna be easier in Europe, just start off with a like place in Europe to just
yeah,
get to.
I don't know, but Simone, your shipping costs are so insane. This is
Yeah.
what I heard. It's really crazy.
And yeah, I'm always like, but they're right there. Like literally me living in Seattle, I'm like, Canada's literally right there. Like,
Yeah.
we would do trips. We were 19 to go and drink in Canada. Like, Canada is right there. So what do you mean? Yeah.
Oh.
On a great note. Bye, you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me, Zoe. The next Friends this week will be on Thursday, and yeah, it'll be Thursday evening. Well, afternoon for me, but evening for most everyone else. But yeah. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For joining me.